Right, welcome to our health and well-being show on Uxbridge FM. And today we are chatting about singing for breathing. 3 guests in the studio. We've got Sharon Alexander, Elisa Jeffery and Connie Rosewarne. And we're going to chat about singing for breathing, which happens in Uxbridge at the Christchurch Halls. Everything happens at Christchurch Halls, it seems. Lots of clubs, societies all meet there. First of all, let's chat to Elisa.
Hello.
Singing teacher locally, and you run the Singing for Breathing classes. Tell us a bit about how that started a fair while ago.
Yes. So with the Royal Brompton and Harefield Arts, it's been going for over 10 years, officially 10 years. And I met a lovely lady called Feeney Cave, who's been a mover and shaker in research and working towards getting Singing for Breathing out there. And about 5 years ago, she said, would you like to become a Sing for Breathing facilitator? And I was trained, and here I am. So I've been doing it for around 4 or 5 years. And the Uxbridge group has been going, is it 2 years? 2 years. So we actually have our Harefield group, but we are just out of space. So the Uxbridge group was created to create more space for participants.
And it's different from just a choir. You do exercises which are specific to help people who suffer from asthma and other lung conditions. Yes,
so I regularly get that question. We want to, in the sessions, promote diaphragmatic breathing. So how it would differ from a usual choir is we normally do half an hour of warm-ups, long held sounds to get the rhythm of the breath back into the body, back into the being, align everything, develop different voice qualities as well. Sometimes if you have asthma or something respiratory, it can affect the quality of your voice. So we spend half an hour doing that. And then the last half an hour, I try to pick songs that participants will enjoy, but with the specific focus of long phrases, enough space to breathe between when you need to breathe, so that it's manageable. And again, it's just encouraging participants in the group to reach their as much air as they can get out, so that they can take a really good quality breath in.
And nobody collapses on the floor during your singing?
Not yet.
Hasn't happened yet, no.
No.
So Sharon, let's talk to you. You're one of the people that enjoys going to the choir every week.
Yep.
How long have you been going?
I've been going since day one at Uxbridge.
Wow.
As I say, Uxbridge, as Elisa said, was an overflow from the Harefield group. And I went to the first session at Uxbridge, and that was January 2018, so I've been doing it just over 2 years.
And why did you start going?
I started going because I was really having difficulty breathing due to severe asthma, and it had become really debilitating and was preventing me from living my life to the full and doing the activities that I enjoyed. And I went to my doctor, who just wanted to put me back on steroids, and I didn't want to go down that route. So I was looking on the British Lung Foundation website actually to find a support group, and stumbled across Singing for Breathing instead, and went along for the first session, and it's just changed my life and my health completely.
So you were telling me you used to use your blue inhaler, which I'm not totally familiar with the different colours, but one's brown and you use at night time, one's blue you use in the day.
Yeah.
You used to use that up to how many times a day?
Yeah, my asthma was so bad. I mean, anyone who has asthma or a lung condition will be familiar with the different types of inhalers, and the blue inhaler, which is the reliever inhaler, which you use during the day when you're doing activities or when you have an asthma attack. And I was using that 15 to 20 times a day. And from the very first session of Singing for Breathing, I went in there with my lungs so tight and closed, and I came out of that very first session with my lungs so open and able to breathe. I've never used my blue inhaler from that day to this. So I went from 15, 20 times a day down to 0. And if ever I feel very breathless or feel like I'm going to have an asthma attack now, I just do the breathing exercises that Elisa has taught us, and it just stops it in its tracks.
So from 2 years ago, using it 18 times a day to never using it at all.
In one
That's
session.
a pretty staggering transition.
It is amazing. It's totally amazing, because prior to going to Singing for Breathing, I felt that I didn't breathe deeply enough into my lungs. I felt like just breathing an inch into my lungs and just constantly couldn't get enough breath in to function in any way. And what I learned from that first session, when I got there on the first session, I thought, what's all these exercises we're doing? I thought I was here for singing. But I realised as soon as I walked out of the door, I realised the benefit and how it literally opens your lungs up, and you just breathe much deeper and more efficiently.
So your daily life has probably changed. You're only going once a week, aren't you, to Singing for Breathing?
I sing all the time. I must be driving my neighbours now.
I
I
see.
sing all the time at home.
Right, yes.
And in the car.
I think it's important to say as well that when you're diagnosed with your respiratory condition, whether it be COPD, emphysema, severe asthma, there are lots of things that you're advised to do. And the feedback I regularly get from the singing sessions are, because exercise is really, really important, and it's really important to help with your day-to-day life. But some people don't enjoy going to the gym or enjoy the exercise. And with singing, it's just another way of doing very similar exercises. So people are recommended to go to something called pulmonary rehab, which is excellent. But there are differences, there are similarities. It's just another way of helping yourself. And I think important to say, we're talking about singing, and as a vocal coach, as a singer, I meet a lot of people, and 9 times out of 10, you never said it actually, but you get people come into a session, I can't sing, I won't sing, I can't sing.
True.
And I think it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I think the fact it is a package of breathing exercises, bettering yourself, getting the rhythm back into your breath, and just singing as a community, it doesn't matter, you will blend, and that pressure is not there.
And it's strange that Elisa should say that, because when I tell friends and people that I do Singing for Breathing, and I say, oh, you have breathing difficulties, you should come along. They go, oh, no, I can't sing. And that is people, you're right, that is people's immediate reaction. But I'm a bit of a diva, so I don't really bother me.
So, Connie, you're the project coordinator. Have you put on any other similar things? I mean, there's been concerts and performances, hasn't there, by these guys?
Yes, there have been lots of amazing performances by these guys. So, just on a sort of annual basis, they perform at our charities Christmas Carol concerts, part of their fundraiser every year. And last year, they performed at the Royal College of Physicians for a performance called The Singing Hospital, which was a composition created by a woman called Victoria Hume, who's both the founder of RB&H Arts, which is the team I work as part of, and she also set up Singing for Breathing at Royal Brompton and Harefield NHS Foundation Trust. And she's also a musician, and she spent several months coming to shadow the groups, and she met everyone, interviewed everyone taking part, and took those conversations that she had with the participants and created a musical composition for them to then sing and perform at the Royal College of Physicians. And there was not a dry eye in the house, I'll tell you.
Standing ovation.
A standing ovation.
Oh, wow.
And
have you got any more events planned for this year?
our Brompton group will be performing with the Welsh Male Voices Choir in April. That's taking place at a church in Shaftesbury Avenue. And we're looking into other events To be announced soon.
But we regularly, so this side, so Harefield and Uxbridge, we regularly perform at the hospital, at Harefield Hospital, to fundraise and to perform.
Raise awareness as well, isn't it?
And Sharon here recommended, and I think we did a really good job, we did something called Project Elton, which is still ongoing, but recorded a performance of Elton John's song.
Your song, yeah.
And that was kind of not a live performance as such, but one for the internet to just help raise awareness. So it's not always live performances. I think we forget that online performance is just as much raising awareness for the charity and a performance opportunity, which is part and parcel, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we just started singing your song one day, and I said, why don't we record all of us singing this and send it to Sir Elton? And we've sort of got so far with it, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've recorded it, so...
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And what other benefits, Sharon, do you find by going to the Singing for Breathing classes?
I enjoy it. I enjoy it very much, and we're a lovely group.
Yeah.
And we were saying earlier, there's so much in the media at the moment about mental health issues, and you can arrive there sometimes on a Monday sort of feeling a bit down, but by the time you've met with everybody and done the singing, and we have really good banter between all of us, and we really laugh a lot as well. And so if somebody doesn't turn up one week, there's real concern, isn't there? And we're all like looking out for each other. So it's a real community. And I just really, really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. It's great. And then we have a little social thing. We go out for Christmas lunch. And it's just a really nice thing to do. And it does really lift your spirits. As I said, I sing all the way home in the car, and then I sing at home. So, yeah, just carry it on through the week.
And Elisa, you're doing a half marathon, I understand, in Bath.
Yes, I am. That's the 15th of March. And I decided to run for the charity and my participants. You see what they go through on a day-to-day basis, and you hear their story when they speak to each other and when they speak to me. And it's really admirable how they cope. And the fact, and Victoria Humes wrote a song, Every Week We Return,
Yeah.
and they do. And it's admirable. And just this year, I was like, right, I'm going to run for the charity to help raise awareness and to raise money for you guys, as it's really well deserved. And it's you just see the benefits. And as a Sing for Breathing facilitator, it's absolutely heartwarming when someone at the end says, I feel so much better. And, 1 week, we'll do our out breaths and say, they've run out of breath or have found it really hard to get to the end of their breath. And then all of a sudden, a couple of months, 3 months later, it just gets easier and easier for them. And I think the best is when a participant will come and they've been for a lung function test. And there's so much negativity all the time and to deal with.
And
if it's
improvement.
it's either, even if it's a small improvement or it stays the same, that's a massive achievement. So yes, that's why I'm running for the charity. So.
And we'll put a link to that fundraising page in the notes at the end. There's also a link on the rbhcharity.org website, which will put a link to that one on the show notes as well. That's on the screen now. The URL is rbhcharity.org/fundraisers/bharts. It's quite a long link, but we'll put it in the notes. And anybody who wants to come along and have a go at Singing for Breathing, there's the British Lung Foundation's website there. Singing for Breathing group in Uxbridge. It's Monday, is that right? 2 till 3 in Christchurch. That's in Redford Way. We all know Christchurch, don't we, in Uxbridge? Everything happens there.
It's in the Bailey Hall.
Bailey Hall.
Yeah. It's an amazing place. It's not that old, I suppose, is it? But it's been designed in a way that it's very much a community hub. Everything seems to happen there.
So the other thing I just wanted to mention as well is that when you have a lung condition, it can sort of cause you some embarrassment sometimes if you're having problems breathing and so on. But
Yeah.
the great thing is we all turn up, and I think so some of us get there before you arrive, Elisa, and we sit and chat, oh, how are you feeling today? And somebody may be having a really, really bad day with their breathing. Well, the rest of us will understand that and sympathise, and there's never any need to feel embarrassed. And sometimes, some weeks, some of us struggle, and some weeks we're great. So it's all about supporting each other and helping each other and feeling really comfortable in that environment, actually. That's what I find.
Well, thank you very much. That's Sharon, Elisa and Connie, and that was Singing for Breathing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.